not going to be something that will turn the tide in your favor. The French have two unique units. They have the Foreign Legion, which I believe is unique infantry that gets a special bonus when it's fighting in enemy territory, or yeah, enemy territory, which is nice if you're playing offensive, which is what Napoleon's all about. And the other unit is the same one as in Civ 4. It's the Musketeer, which is a musketman that gets more strength, I believe, which is kind of nice. Not terrible, but if you can kind of get an early advantage with the Musketeers and then follow it with the Foreign Legion, that's a nice combo. That's a nice 1-2 punch. Infantry isn't that far from musketmen if you're really going down that tech branch. So nice Civ. I haven't played with them yet, but I will probably soon. The Germans, if you watch actually the 2K stream that they broadcast just a week before they released the game, there was a lot of the player was playing the Germans very early on, so you probably saw a lot of them. Their unique ability, which is Fjord Teutonicus, is a 50% chance to get 25 gold and to get a barbarian unit to join your side when you defeat it. But it has to be inside the encampment, so you get your warrior next to the encampment, you defeat the brute inside the encampment, 50% chance of 25 gold and of getting the brute on your side. It's not a terrible bonus, but first of all, it's a 50% chance. Nobody likes 50% chance. People like 100% chance. No, none of that gamble stuff, because you're gonna play, you're gonna need that brute to come on your side, and the 50% chance is gonna go, against you, and you're not gonna get it. That's what always happens. The 25 gold is kind of okay. It's essentially doubling the amount of gold you get from a barbarian encampment on Prince, so it's not terrible, but again, that's also 50% chance. So by the end of the game when there are no more barbarians, that's a terrible bonus that doesn't do anything for you. So I don't like this bonus. The Germans get two unique units. The first one is a Landsknecht, which is a unique pikeman that costs half the production that the normal pikeman requires. So when you get to the medieval era and everyone's rushing towards night, if you're playing as Germany, you just crank out a bunch of those and you are good to go. Not a bad unit. I think it's one of the only unique units that requires less production to generate, which is not bad. It's very unique in that regard. At the same time, though, Civ 5, unlike Civ 4, does not reward massing units. It really rewards upgrading your army, keeping your units alive, positioning them right, so you can't just use the Stack of Doom strategy with, mass Landsknecht and crush your opponent in the medieval era. Still, not bad. And the other unique unit, obviously, is the Panzer, which is a unique tank that they get in the industrial era. It's a really, really good tank. Nothing much to say. I mean, tanks are good. If the person who gets tanks before the other players is on top, and getting a Panzer is yet another bonus for the Germans. So overall, the Germans, I don't like them because of their shitty bonus, but they have decent units. The Greek, the sneaky Greeks. I love the Greeks. I played with them and I got the diplomatic victory with them because their unique ability, Hellenic League, is that city-state influence degrades at half the normal rate and it recovers at twice the normal rate. So usually if you're an ally with if you've got any influence at all with a city-state, it degrades by 1 influence per turn. With the Greeks, it degrades by 0.5 influence per turn, which is really nice because it essentially doubles the effect that gold has, that gifting gold has on city-states. Very nice bonus if you're going for a strategy that, focuses a lot on city-states. If you're going, obviously, for a cultural victory or for a diplomatic victory, the Greeks are your civs. The one thing, though, the Hellenic League actually has a second effect that is not mentioned here, but I've confirmed it in-game. And the second effect is that you can always enter city-state territory and they will not consider it trespassing. So even if you're not friends, you can move your units through their territory and it is fine, which is a kind of an okay bonus for early scouting. If there's a city-state and kind of blocking the entry to some place that you haven't been able to explore yet, you can just go through their territory. They don't mind. So it's a nice bonus. Later on, same thing, you can just go through territory to go where you want to go if you're playing an offensive game. Very, very nice bonus overall. I like to play city-states, I like to play the influence game, so the Greeks for me are a very good civ. And they get 2 unique units. Both unique units are very early though, so after that those early unique units are gone, the Greeks kind of are lost. They have to rely on their bonus. The first one is Companion Cavalry, which is a stronger horseman that has a higher chance of generating a great general. Very good for early attack. And the other unit is a Hoplite, which is a spearman that has more strength again. So both units are just stronger versions of the basic units. Still very good. I mean, very, very good unit. If you're going for an early push, those units, those are the ones you want to crank out. And the bonus can kind of hold you in the long run. So the Greeks, I like. I think they're a very cool civ. The next civ is India, led by Gandhi, obviously. Its unique ability is population growth, which is that the unhappiness you get from the number of your cities is doubled, but the unhappiness from the number of citizens is halved. If you don't know yet, in Civ 5, unhappiness is empire-wide, and there's 2 factors to unhappiness. There's the unhappiness based just on the size, on how many cities you have, and the unhappiness from the total population that you have. So the Indians kind of counteract that with their unique ability. And the unhappiness from the number of cities is very low. The unhappiness from the number of citizens is the much larger factor. So having this, it kind of favors playing a game where you have fewer cities, but they're bigger. At the same time though, if you're just going for a normal game, this will help you expand more. And once you get to the order policy track, which is in the industrial era, I believe, you can get a policy that completely negates the unhappiness from the number of cities. It states that it reduces it by 50%, but I've tested it in game, and it's 100% less unhappiness from the number of cities. So once you get that, the unique ability for Gandhi is just all around good. It's not godly, but still, it gets you more golden ages faster. It lets you spend less gold on buildings to that, you know, create happiness. So I like it. It's a very good bonus. The Indians get 1 unique building and 1 unique unit. The unique unit is a war elephant, which I believe is a unique war chariot, which has more strength. So if you somehow get your war elephant attacked by a melee unit, it has a better chance of surviving. Not a really good unit. It might not require horses to make though. That could be a saving grace. The unique building is the Mughal Fort, which is a unique castle, which increases the defense of the city that you build it in. Well, cities. It's not unique to a city. You can build it in multiple cities. And it also generates culture, and once you get the flight technology, it also generates bonus gold for you. I haven't tested it in game. I'm going to play the Indians next just to see how the bonus works out and to see how the fort holds up. So I'll let you guys know later. But overall, Indians, pretty good civ. You know, kind of a so-so unit, but good bonus, good building. The next civ is the Iroquois, led by Hiawatha. And their unique ability is the Great Warpath, which is that units can move through forest and jungle in friendly territory, not in, you know, neutral or enemy territory, only in friendly territory, as if it's a road. And that forest can be used to establish trade routes. So if you spawn somewhere and there's a lot of forest around you, your cities are just connected right away, and you can move your units a lot faster. This can be a very good bonus early and very good later on because it saves you a lot of gold from not having to build roads. At the same time though, if you spawn in the middle of the desert, there's no forest around, you're kind of screwed. But it's a decent bonus. I haven't tried the Iroquois yet. I'll see. Hopefully the game places you in a spot that has a lot of forests around to kind of milk this for all it's worth, but I'll see. The unique unit for the Iroquois is the Mohawk Warrior, which is a unique swordsman, and I looked in the manual and all the stats and the bonuses for the Mohawk Warrior were the same as a normal swordsman, so I don't know what they do. I'll have to try them out next time. And the unique building for the Iroquois is a longhouse, which replaces, I believe, the forge or the workshop, one of those. and it gives you more production based on forest tiles that are worked around your city. So the Iroquois very much based on how much forest you have around you. If you spawn in the middle of the desert as the Iroquois, you are kind of screwed. I guess maybe the Mohawk Warrior doesn't require iron. That'd be really nice. That'd be a nice bonus. Anyway, the Iroquois are a very strange civ. They're kind of quirky. I'm really looking forward to trying them. And the next civ is the totally overpowered Japanese, led by Oda Nobunaga. Their unique ability is Bushido, which is that units fight as though they are at full strength even when damaged. That's a really great bonus. That's the kind of bonus that's borderline overpowered, because as units take damage, they deal less damage in combat. So if you have a unit that's at half health, it deals like 75% of its normal damage when it's fighting in combat. But not if you're Japanese. If you're Japanese, your unit has only 1 HP left. It would usually, for any other civ, have only 50% of its normal combat strength. The unit still has 100% of its combat strength. If you are going for a military victory, if you want to crush other civs, there's no going around the Japanese. The Japanese are the #1 choice for that. No matter what other unique units or abilities others have, this is just too good a unique ability. And then the Japanese also get the Samurai, which is a unique swordsman or long swordsman. I can't quite remember. I believe it's normal swordsman. No, it's long swordsman. Sorry, it is long swordsman. I just remember. It takes iron to make Samurai, but they have a much greater chance of generating Great General, which is nice. Since you're going to be kicking ass because of Bushido, you are going to be making... That's the time when you want to attack, when you have samurais and 2-3 great generals. You're building citadels, your samurais get, the bonus for the great general aura. That's the time when you want to fight other people as the Japanese. The second unique unit is the Zero, which is a fighter that has more strength or a better chance to intercept or something. The air game in Civ 5 I really haven't dabbled in so far, so I don't know yet. I'm not gonna bullshit, I don't know yet what it does. But overall, the Japanese, one of the top civs for kicking people in the teeth. Then we get to the Ottoman Empire, or as they called it in Civ 5, the Ottomans, led by Suleiman, and they have the naval version of the German unique ability, Barbaric Corsairs, which is a 50% chance of converting a barbarian naval unit to your side and earning 25 gold. Now the German unique ability is bad. This one is even worse because, yeah, there's a lot of, there's more naval units, barbarian naval units in Civ 5 than there are in Civ 4, but still, I mean, all those barbarian naval units are not going to do you a lot of good unless you're playing, on a very naval-based map, and it's very, very crucial. But even then, this is a bad bonus. This is not a good bonus. Period. On the other hand, the Ottoman have really good unique units. They have the Janissary, which is a unique musketman that I believe has plus 25% strength when it attacks. Awesome. And when it kills another unit, it heals to full. That's almost as good as Bushido. Not quite because it's only for the Janissary, but that is a really, really good ability. Make sure if you play as the Ottoman Empire, make a lot of Janissaries, upgrade them, keep them alive, because they will definitely be the backbone of your army. And they're a very good unit. The other unit is a Sipahi, whatever. It's a Lancer, which is a unit that you get shortly after Knights. It has more strength than Knights. The Lancer, that is, it has more strength than a Knight, and it has to attack. Because it has a penalty when it defends, and it's not good against cities. Sipahi do not have those disadvantages. I believe they still have the disadvantage where they get a penalty on defense, but they can attack cities to full effectiveness. So it's a good unit. And the Janissary and the Sipahi come at the same time. So if you make a gunpowder rush and get the Sipahi to back up your Janissaries, you can have a very, very, very good army in the Renaissance, sort of. Terrible bonus, good units. That's it for the Ottomans. The next civ is Persia, good old Persia led by Darius I. Their unique